What's up, guys? Happy April Fool's Day for everybody that was on the page. I'm sure there were tons of good ones out here. I'm Matt. This is Colorado Kayak Fishing Club, the Cast podcast. Tonight we're going to talk with Scott. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me. I am pumped. Did you guys hear that music? Man, I'm ready to go now.
Yeah, it always does it. It always does it. Scott is our basically our brand manager and our sponsor manager for the club, in charge of getting us all those big discounts that everybody gets every year, and then most importantly, all of the donations that come from some of these sponsors that we have that end up going to that charity at the end of the year. But I'm really excited to talk about kind of the sponsor side of the house, but we've got a tournament coming up at Boyd, and I know that's your home waters. What do you think about it, Scott? Have you been out there?
I have not been out there. I don't think I've been out there since last fall.
Wow.
I think it'll be fishing well. I mean, I've heard the report so far of the pre-fishing, and it doesn't sound like it's been going very well. But the water's still likely pretty cold yet. April 20, I think we'll be coming up on a full moon. Yeah, there you go. I think we'll be right there. I think we'll be right there. Water temps will be warming up. Full moon coming up. I think those fish are going to be moving shallow. So I think it'll be a good bite. Hopefully it's not a grind like it was last year. Of course, you never know with the April weather what it's going to bring us. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it could be snowing like last year. I think the first tournament of the year was snow for the CKB event. And was that Matt Flanagan already in the comments? We got some hashtag wars going.
Hey, you're in the show, buddy.
Hey. Future CKFC president right there.
Yeah. Not if I can help it. We'll see what happens.
Oh, man. No, I think it'll be good. We've got some warm weather coming up, and as long as there's still the same amount of water that we had in the fall,
right.
It looks so good in the fall. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a temperature thing or what, but if we can get these warm, windy days to come, heat it up, I think that could be good. But
yeah, I think it'll be good. Yeah, as long as we keep on getting some warm weather, then I think it'll be fine. So yeah. Hey, buddy. Okay, go bye, mama. See you later.
All right, cool. Well, hey, we're gonna get into a couple bits of housekeeping before we go into our sponsor spiel here. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was April 1st was our deadline for the All-American Kayak Classic. I've got that pulled up here. So, I mean, there might be a couple people on this list that are still trying to figure out if they're going or not. So this doesn't mean that you have to commit and pay money to the All-American. But these are the rosters that we've locked in of people that have told me they're interested in going for the slots that they have. So excited. We got 15 on the bass team and 14 on the multi team. So almost 2 full teams going this year from the club. Real excited about that. There'll be, all sorts of different kayak clubs from across the nation there. Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, Arkansas. I think Illinois might even have a team. Iowa. But yeah, a bunch of the Moyak guys there, if I left that out. but it's going to be an exciting event. That's May 3rd and 4th, I believe, down at Truman. So there's the roster. That's posted on the Facebook page. It's been there. You can sign up through TourneyX. We're about a month out from that. So TourneyX is where you sign up. And Sportsman of the Year, Jack Peterson, big shout out to him from last year. They do a pretty cool thing where you get a discount for the Sportsman of the Year. So Jack, just reach out to Josh Booth and he'll get you set up on that. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about this Saturday down at Pueblo, there's a fishing expo there if anybody's interested. They're going to have a lot of fly tying stuff, it sounds like, and it's kind of all over the place. It's an expo, so they'll be at Colorado. They'll have fly tying stuff, but they invited us as the CKFC to come down, so we're going to have a booth down there. Josh is going to be down there with myself, and I believe Alex is going to be there as well. So I've had people ask me, about kayaks, if they can try them out on the water. This time of year, it's a little difficult to do that just because trying to figure out if you're going to have a nice day to plan to go do that. But we're going to have 3 rigged out kayaks there. We're going to have my autopilot's going to be there, 136. I've got live scope on it, so you can see what that looks like if you are interested in something like that. In 2 graphs, we've got Josh Hines has a Hobie that he's bringing down there. Actually, I think all of these are going to have forward-facing sonar on them. And then he's going to have a Hobie. And then I believe Alex is in his garage watching right now. He's rigging up his new Titan X Slayer Max will be there. So he's going to bring that with us. He's rigging his Titan X. I don't know if he'll have that one down yet. Whoever, maybe my Titan X. Alex, if you could let Facebook see your name through StreamYard here, we'll be able to see you in the comments here. But yeah, we got Alex in there. I'm pretty sure that's him. Slayer Max is going to be there. He might have his Titan X. Got a couple pretty cool builds on those coming out between Alex, who's doing his, and I know Jason Duong's pretty much done with his, if he can figure out what he's going to do with his 5th motor that he's bought for it that hasn't touched the water yet. But yeah, come on out. It's 12 to 4. We'll be down there. It should be a really good time at Pueblo. The weather's going to be kind of crappy this weekend, looking more rainy or cold again. So better way to be inside there. And that Fuel and Iron food hall is a pretty cool place too. So, all right. The last thing I wanted to talk about was, 2 more things. Fishing licenses, make sure you get those. That was not April Fool's if you saw that your fishing license expired today. That was true. So go ahead and pay Colorado some money, CPW, for your fishing license. Those expire March 31st every year. So you'll definitely need that. Talked about the roster, and we talked about the expo. I'll save the last thing toward the end there. So go for it, Scott.
All right, so I'm going to start going through sponsors. I have these listed in alphabetical order, so we're just going to do it that way. The first one is Amped Outdoors. Last year was the first year that we had them on board, so we're excited to have them back. Last year, they donated 10 of the 15 amp hour batteries. This year, they're donating the 20 amp hour. Yeah, there you go, right there. Yeah. So we've got 10 20 amp hour batteries we're going to be giving away, along with chargers for each one. They're also giving the club a club discount. That's a 10% discount. Of course, if you're a member of the club, you can take advantage of that. Go through the website, member benefits, put in the code there, and you'll see the discount code for that. So they're our first sponsor. That's also a platinum level. As our members likely know, we have four levels of sponsors. Platinum is the highest, and then we got gold, silver, and club level, just depending on how big of a donation the companies give us. So we're excited to have Amped Outdoors back. Up next, we got Bending Branches. Also, last year was the first year we had them. Last year, they gave us a paddle. I believe that was their Angler Classic, I want to call it, which is a nice paddle. It's like about $150 paddle. This year, they are giving us the Angler Pro Plus paddle, which is about a $300 paddle right there. So quite a bit of an upgrade right there. So
that's pretty cool.
Yep. Brown Dog Baits, that's our own Jeremy Pierce. He's going to be donating a few baits to the club this year, and so be on the lookout. We haven't fully decided exactly how we're going to give away all this stuff yet, but either the charity tournament or we'll probably do the table thing after the tournaments like we did last year, and the winners will go up there and pick whatever prizes we have on the table. So Brown Dog Baits, and that's Jeremy Pierce's company. After that, we got a Corner Cafe and Catering. They are new. This is Josh Hines' wife, owns that cafe, Corner Cafe and Catering, once again. And the plan with them is to cater our end of the year banquet. So once we get to the end of the season, just be on the lookout for some more information. We haven't really discussed exactly what exactly they're going to be providing, where they cater the whole thing, where do they cater most of it, and we bring drinks or whatever. So we'll get that all ironed out in the future. But yeah, Corner Catering, Cafe, and Catering. Up next, we've got Dynamic Lures. It's been a few years since we've had Dynamic Lures as a sponsor, but they're coming back. They're primarily going to be, well, I think the only tournament you're going to see Dynamic stuff is the charity tournament. That was kind of the big thing that they were interested in getting on board with us for. So they donated a ton of gear. We have over $750 worth of gear, of lures and swag and all kinds of things Dynamic. So we're pretty excited to have them on board for the charity tournament. There's going to be a ton of stuff to be given away at that tournament. So looking forward to seeing everybody down there for that one. Up next, we got Eddie Line Brewery. So we heard you. Everybody wanted to get the brewery stuff back. We didn't have any brewery companies last year, but Eddie Line this year. They basically cut us a check for $750 to be used on Eddie Line Brewery products. So we're going to have all kinds of Eddie Line Brewery products to be given away at the end of each tournament. So be on the lookout for that stuff. Up next, we've got Fish Explorer coming back this year. Last year, we gave away 5 of their annual memberships, plus memberships, and they're doing that once again this year. It's a really valuable resource. You can go on there and do all kinds of research if you're going to be pre-fishing for a tournament, whatever, or just fun fishing. They got their lake maps on there. You can search by species and figure out all the lakes, ponds, rivers that hold that species of fish. They have stuff, stocking reports. They have conditions. People have recently been out there will often, put in water temps and clarity and sometimes, what they're biting on and stuff like that. They also have all the Master Angler Awards. They end up going on that website.
That's cool.
Yeah, so just a ton of information on that website that you can take advantage of. So we'll be giving away, again, 5 of those memberships throughout the year.
Do you write for that every once in a while?
Yeah, I've been a blogger for them for
Nice.
quite some time. That website was actually a big part of getting me into fishing before. I mean, I always grew up fishing, and I never really knew anything about it. I was just, worm and a bobber, throw a little spinner out there sort of thing. And then one day I read a post on the forum, or maybe it was a conditions report. I don't remember which one it was, but somebody had said, take some Senkos out to Horsetooth. And this was in June, and some of those smallies were up shallow still spawning. So I started flipping those Senkos into trees.
Oh, yeah.
And I just had one of the best days of my life. And I kept on going back over and over and over again. And, eventually that Senko bite died. So then I had to learn how to catch fish after that bite died. And that was sort of how I really got hooked on bass fishing. And then it was just, I wanted to catch fish all the time. So I had to learn how to catch fish all the time. And that's
awesome.
kind of that's how I ended up really getting super into it. But up next, we got Kayak Cushion. This year, they are giving us $440 in gift certificates to be given out at the tournaments. They gave us 2 $20 gift certificates to be given away at each tournament. So be on the lookout for those. We also have a club discount that's CKFC 15 for a 15% discount. Then if that coupon code is used 10 times, I believe it is, then they're going to donate a cushion for free. So, get on that, order some stuff using that discount code. If we hit 10, every time we hit 10, they're going to donate a kayak cushion to the club, and we can end up giving that away as well. So excited to have them on board this year. We've had
They've
that.
got a oh, not to interrupt. They've
Go
got a
ahead.
really cool new cushion. I think that came out. I think Flanagan got it. I think this is Alex again here. I can't see who it is, but so Senko's one of that. Then I can bring my Tide Next down this weekend if we need another yak. I'm not on the Facebook post here, so if you allow StreamYard access, it'll tell us who's making the comments there and when we display them. But yeah, as far as kayak cushion, they've got a new. I think it's twice as thick as the ones that are out there, so it's about as thick as like their lumbar ones. I've had mine for about 3 years, so I've been thinking about getting another one.
Okay.
But it might be something worth looking at. And I know Flanagan's got one, so if people are okay, it's there we go. Alex is back on. He says that was Jason, and then I think this is Jason saying it's we love you, Jason. All right, but yeah, I just want to talk about the double thick one because that's a new one that's out.
Okay, yeah, and I've had their fur model for years, and I've loved that thing. You know, before I used to just go out stock whatever was on my kayak, and you know these are nice seats that we have on our kayaks, like you know the high end ones that come stock.
Yeah.
But even at the end of the day, you know, you put in 6, 7, 8+ hours on the water, your backside can be feeling it. But I got that cushion, it was like, oh man, what a difference. So yeah, I have the fur model, and yeah, I've been you know riding that thing for a few years and have been loving that. So
Yeah, same.
after up next we got KBF. KBF donated $1,000 cash to us this year. We are a KBF ambassador club, and we are excited to have them back on board. The cash donations, they go a long way in you know donating to the charities, but helping with our payouts and stuff like that, our big bass awards and all that. So whenever we get a cash donation, it goes a long way in really helping us out, pay out the anglers for everything. So up next, we got Missile Baits. Last year, they gave us a whole bunch of Crawfathers. This year, they gave us a whole bunch of Crawfathers once again. Different color this year. I can't remember the name of the color that we had last year, but this is a different color. But yeah, we just got, I don't know, probably 100 packages of those things. So again, be on the lookout for those. And yeah, did you ever fish with any of those last year?
I actually did pretty well with them. Just Texas rigging them. They're kind of smaller, so they're kind of like a Zoom. What are they?
Speed Craw.
Speed Craws. They're similar. I think the color we had last year was something kind of like a peanut butter jelly. It was a two-toned color. I don't know what the ones are this year. I did want to go back to the KBF thing. I want to make sure guys understand the benefits for them that we have as well. So on KBF, there's the ambassador level program that you can sign up through them, and I believe it is like, is it $25 a year or something? But you end up getting a ton of money, and not just only discounts, but actually store credit. So that's a pretty cool thing. It ends up paying for itself by quite a bit just having that. If you put an order, I think every quarter you're getting $25. I got to pull it up to double check that, but it definitely pays for itself and then some.
Yeah. I think every quarter this year you get a $25 gift card to American Legacy. So yeah, I mean you get $100 in gift card throughout the year, and that's just one thing. I know they have. I'm not sure if they're still doing Fish USA. I think this sort of replaced Fish USA. But you know, I know earlier in this year I got both, so maybe you're still getting both as well. But yeah, just you're going to be getting coupon codes, and it very much pays for itself right away. So you know, you might as well take it. You know, you're going to be spending that money anyway, so might as well take advantage of that membership. Okay, up next, I'm going to do both of these at the same time. We have Native Watercraft and Waterline Sports. I do them both at the same time because they kind of work together to donate a kayak to us every year. So Native Watercraft, it's basically 50-50. Native picks up half the bill, Waterline picks up the other half of the bill. And they're donating a Titan X 12.5. in that hidden oak. I believe it's called hidden oak. It's that camo pattern that they have.
Cool.
And yeah, I believe the plan for that is to give that away at the charity tournament. So more details to come out about that later. But yeah, we can't overstate it enough. We're super thankful to Native and Waterline. Waterline especially has been with the club. I don't even remember. They've been with us ever since they opened shop, and every year I've been donating a kayak. So super thankful to have them on board. Their shop is up in Loveland. So yeah, make sure if you're ever in the area, Boyd Horse-Dew tournaments, stop by there. We're likely going to have our awards at the Waterline shop again this year after the Boyd tournament. I'm still working out the details with them. In the last few years, we've met there and did soda and pizza and had the awards in their shop. So we'll likely do that again, but just be on the lookout on the club page for more details on that. Up next, we've got Newport Vessels. This is the new one this year. And it kind of makes sense that we would bring on a motor company the first year that we allowed motors in. And I'm super pumped to have Newport. And, they didn't even hesitate. I told them what we were all about, the charity aspect of our club. And immediately, they didn't even ask questions. It was like, yep, we'll donate an NK180 and a battery to go along with it. So we got that motor and the battery from Newport Vessels that we're going to be giving away this year. And I don't think we've decided how we're going to give that away yet. But that's coming. So be on the lookout for that as well. And Chen says that their motors rock, and I have not put one on there, but yeah, they got the new NK300, which is super fast, and then they have that NK180 Plus, which I believe that's what Jason is getting. He had the 180 and decided to give it back for like the fourth time to get the NK180 Plus. But
right on.
Up next, we've got Ray's Eyewear, so they're returning once again. Colorado-based company, sunglasses, polarized sunglasses. They're giving us 12 sunglasses along with some kits, similar like they did last year with the cleaning kits and all that stuff. So Ray's Eyewear, be on the lookout for that stuff. Once again, we have Rocky Mountain sunscreen coming back. Last year we had sunscreen raining from the skies, and we have just as much sunscreen this year that will be raining from the skies. I'd always like to take out the box and just let it rain with all those things everywhere. But maybe we'll give them out during the tournaments, and I know we gave a bunch away during the end of the year banquet. So yeah, Rocky Mountain sunscreen.
I love those little packets. Those are like, I don't know, those are like one of my favorite little things because I just keep them in my seat, and they're perfect little. I use like 2 a day or something. They're awesome. I love
throw them in there, kind of set it and forget it sort of thing, and then you're out there and it's like, oh yeah, I should probably have some sunscreen on, and you whip it out, just a little packet, and yeah, you're good to go. Yeah. Rogue Fishing Company, so they're coming back once again this year. Last year they donated a whole bunch of different products, and this year they're going to be doing the same thing. That package has not come in yet, so I don't know exactly what we're going to be getting, but they've committed to basically do this similar type of thing to last year. So they're well known for their phone leashes, their phone tethers, stuff like that. They also have given us a discount code. So once again, if you're a paid member, make sure you take advantage of the 15% discount code that we have through our website. Up next is Ronnie Romero with State Farm Insurance.
Got the hat from him right now. You see that?
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Ronnie.
Yep. So super cheap to get a policy on your kayak. Reach out to Ronnie. He's a big sponsor, big supporter of the club. Donated $1,000 cash. So once again, those cash donations, they go a long way in really helping us out. So reach out to Ronnie if you want to get a quote on your kayak and all the gear and stuff, everything that goes with it. I know the prices are super reasonable. Yeah, just reach out to Ronnie. I really can't understate the benefits of having insurance. I had a buddy from Wisconsin last week. He was traveling from Wisconsin to Texas, and overnight he stopped at a hotel in Arkansas and woke up the next morning and his kayak was gone. And yeah, I mean, you're halfway. You stop at a hotel, you're in the middle of nowhere, and your kayak is gone. And it's not like super likely that our kayaks get stolen. kind of a pain in the butt to try to steal a 200 plus pound kayak and any gear you might have in there, but it's super cheap, super reasonable to get that stuff insured, just in case, give you a little bit of peace of mind. So yeah, reach out to Ronnie and get a quote for all your stuff.
Yeah, I got my insurance. I've got everything with Ronnie. The house, cars, and kayaks. Also
Yeah,
on top of the kayaks, just in case you lost your kayaks. That's one thing. You lose all your combos and your tackle. A lot of that adds up too. So I've got a policy that encompasses my kayak and then the equipment that I'm willing to say, hey, I lost all of this on the water, whether that's my graphs, my live scope, my motor. It gets expensive the more we get into it. People have trailers too, I know. And
yeah.
Ronnie just did a show, I believe, with Gene on the True Patriot Outfitters podcast. So you can check that out. He just did a show with them. So
Right.
just reach back to that. And there's probably some more information there. And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, we have Shields, both in Colorado Springs and Johnstown. They each of them have donated $1,000 in gift cards, so that adds up to $2,000 in gift cards that we have total. So they've been big supporters of the club since they first opened shop, and yeah, we're super appreciative to have them on board. The $2,000 in gift cards goes a long way. We can do a lot of stuff with that. Prizes, awards, and stuff like that, and stuff for the end of the year banquet. I know in the past we've used them for like incentives to get signed up for memberships and tournaments. So be on the lookout for stuff like that. But yeah, we got $2,000 in gift cards to give away. So check out Shields and up north in Johnstown, and also down south if you're in the Springs.
We're going to
Also, if
do
you're
a awards up there too, right?
Yeah, yep. I just talked to them, and the Horsetooth Awards is going to be held at the Shields Johnstown. Still figuring out, location where we're going to be doing that, but yeah, we're going to be doing the awards there. Also, they have their Fish Fest, their annual Fish Fest thing is going on April 27. That's the week after the boy tournament, and we're going to have a booth set up at the Johnstown Shield somewhere. So there'll be
Awesome.
more information to come out about that later. But yeah, get down to Fish Fest. There's going to be all kinds of seminars from guides and stuff talking about all their tips and tricks of getting into some nice fish. And so yeah, just be on the lookout for that Shields Fish Fest, and yeah, we'll have that booth there too, April 27th. Up next, Southern Colorado Clinic, one of our members, Sergio Murillo, he's been a big supporter of the club for a long time as well. And every year he's donated $1,000 of cash. And again, I don't need to state it once again, but I'm going to $1,000 cash goes a long way in helping towards payouts to our charity donations, all that stuff. So that's down in Pueblo. So if you're in the area and you're looking for a doctor or something, check out Southern Colorado Clinic. And up next, we've got Stealth Rod Holders. Stealth has in the past donated a bunch of product, and this year once again, they donated a few things to us, like rod holders and stuff like that. They're really nice rod holders, add to the side of your kayak. They're also donating $250 in cash this year. So we got half product, half cash from them, and that's once again, we're super appreciative of them coming on board and supporting the club. New one this year, we mentioned it earlier, True Patriot Outfitters. So Gene Campbell, who's doing a lot for the veterans in our area, taking them out fishing and stuff like that. But he wanted to give back to the club this year. Of course, he was the beneficiary of our club charity donation last year, and he wanted to give back to our club this year. So he donated some cash, and he donated just a ton of tackle as well. And that's going to help us, have all those goodies for everybody at the end of every tournament. So we got that cash, we have that tackle to give away. And last, but certainly not least, is Yak Power. So Yak Power came on board last year. They're coming back this year. We have 2 switching systems this year. Last year, those were given away to our Angler of the Years, which one of them was myself. Right there, there's the proof. So I got one of those. So I got one of those last year, and then Justin, he got the other one. Um, better luck next year, Matt. But anyways, so we have two of those, and this year we also have two red-green navigation light strips. So that goes along with the motors. You're going to need that red-green navigation light, and if you get some of these, you can do the whole setup. It's super nice. You got the switching system, get your lights connected to that. Of course, you can connect everything else to it. You can do other button lights, LED lights. You can connect your fish finder to it. I have mine hooked up to a fish finder. I have one hooked up to some lights. I have another one for a USB port that I'm using to charge, phone and camera and stuff like that. So, and we also have a wireless phone holder / charger. So this thing wires up to a battery, and then you just stick your phone on there, and your phone wirelessly charges when it's on that phone holder too. So
Cool.
that is everything. One other thing, last thing I wanted to mention. This has been a tough year for sponsors. A lot of companies out there are struggling with the economy and everything like that. So you might have noticed a couple sponsors that did not come back this year. Jackson Kayak and Cast King are two of them. I just wanted to thank them for all their years of support. They've been with us for quite some time, and they just couldn't make it work this year. But I told them how much we appreciated their donations over the year, and they've really appreciated the club as well. And they're hoping to come back in future years. Hopefully things kind of turn around for those companies, and they can get back to the club once again. So continue, giving those guys our support. Cast King, we do have a discount code with them still. They couldn't donate product this year, but they did leave that discount code intact. So again, that's under the member benefits on the website. So that is it. Those are all our sponsors. We do have a couple stragglers that we might be locking in here in the next few weeks. And so, yeah, that's still up in the air. If I get more details about that, I'll just release that on our club page. But yeah, officially, that's what we've got so far.
I want to see Buc-ee's.
Yeah, Buc-ee's. Yeah, if you're getting up north of Shields, you got to stop at Buc-ee's. I was actually just there for the first time. I thought if I went, in the middle of the day on a Monday, it wouldn't be too bad, and I was wrong. It was still just absolutely insane in there.
Yeah, that'd be a sweet sponsor, Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
I love some Buc-ee's. Yes. So just real quick. So signing up for the memberships, you can go to the website and see all the information there. But basically, the memberships are $20 per series, or if you do both of them, you get both for $30. So you get $10 off there, and that gets you into be able to register for all the tournaments. And then let's talk about the charity event real quick here. I've got a little slide I can add to the stage here for us, but this is going to be pretty cool. This is a lot different than what we've done in the past. And the first thing for this, I would just say, is if you're interested in doing a CKFC event or a kayak fishing event, but you haven't done one, this is a great way to jump in. Membership fees are waived on this, so you don't have to have a membership fee if you're just doing the charity tournaments, which is cool. It's just we're trying to get as many people that want to participate as possible and get them into the sport there. So pretty cool. MLF style, so every fish counts. Josh Hines is going to judge all these fish for us, and it's going to be a ton. We're giving away that native at the end of the tournament, which is going to be sweet. You do have to be present, I believe, at the awards as well to receive that. So, yeah, it's a 2-day tournament on Spinney and 11 Mile. And basically what we're going to do is, I believe you're going to be the night before when they do the captain's meeting, they're going to split up, say, hey, you go to this lake, you go to that lake by name. And then the next day it flips, and then, yeah, the total wins. So should be a really good time. But especially if you're thinking about getting into a tournament, but you haven't in the past, definitely try it out. It's something pretty cool that, it's a special place to go fish, first off, because you can catch, a giant pike and trout out there. But also it's a great cause. 100% of these proceeds is going into charity, which is Cast for Kids this year. So it's going to be great. Got some comments rolling in. Alex says, great job, Scott. Yep. And I think this was Matt Kern, if I'm not wrong here. Yep.
Yeah,
Thanks,
correct.
Scott. Lots of praise coming in for you. We do appreciate all the hard work you do in the off season for this.
It's a lot of fun too. I enjoy contacting all the companies as well. Of course, this is going to be my last year doing it. We're going to be advertising eventually for the next board members to come in and take over the job. But yeah, it's a kind of a fun gig. So if anybody's interested, let us know. I'll we'll have a good transition. I can teach you some of the ropes, and yeah, it's really not too bad, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of satisfaction that comes in when you get that yes, and yeah, it's awesome. So
Yep. All right. Well, our upcoming events are scrolling at the bottom. This is basically looking a month out. We've got our first tournament coming up, but before that, April 6th, which is this Saturday, 12 to 4, the Fishing Expo down in Pueblo. If you're interested in any of those types of kayaks, come on down. It'll be good. Or if you just want to know a little bit more about the club and what it is, or kayak fishing in Colorado, come say hey. We'll be down there. And then we got our tournament up at Boyd on the 20th. That kicks off the year. Hopefully we got some good weather there. Who knows? But it should be a good time. And then the 3rd and the 4th is the All-American Classic. We'll have a bunch of people going to that. If you are going on the roster there, I'm going to start setting up a probably like a group chat of some sort. Maybe it's a messenger thing or Facebook Messenger or something. But basically, I'll set up a group chat for the guys that are down there and gals, just in case you ever need anything. If you're on the water and you have an issue, a mechanical issue or something, I do want to have kind of that chat there so we can help each other out. We are competing as a team, which we don't typically get to do all year long, so it's a fun dynamic to be able to do that. But we'll kind of set up that chat, and we'll have a support network for people that are down there while we're there. A lot of us stay together anyways, and we cook and have a good time. And then the last thing I kind of want to talk about is it's kind of sombering, but it was on the news all over the place this morning and last couple of days, is that incident at Chatfield. We had already this year 2 kayaks went in the water, and or 2 kayakers went in the water and one didn't make it out. So they did say that they weren't wearing PFDs. I don't want to play the judgment police here or speculate on what happened, but guys, please wear your PFDs. If you are in a CKFC tournament or any event for us, it is a requirement to have your PFD on at all times. If you're changing clothes, it's the only time that we're authorized to take it off, and that's just real quick to shed a layer and then put it back on. The water temp's 45 degrees in most lakes right now, if not less. And you'll go into shock real fast if you go in the water. So we did an episode last year with Chris Coney. He went in at, it was 11 mile or Spinney, I believe. But yeah, it was a pretty traumatic experience. If you want to go back and listen to that, his PFD actually tangled up on his, or he got tangled up into his, I think his pedal drive. So he was under for quite a bit, and a boat came and actually got him out of there. And he had his PFD kind of, one of the inflatable ones that explodes basically underwater. That's an experience too. And that water temp was probably just at 40 degrees as well. So I do want to just say, we're getting some good comments coming in here. Yeah, a pilot knife as well. Yeah, have a knife, something to be able to cut. That was a good thing that he had lesson learned. But guys, please wear your PFDs out here. Last year we did an episode, and I think it was I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but it was the deadliest year in water sports in Colorado, and the leading water sport deaths right now is kayak fishing. They just did a podcast on, I think Drew Gregory was on a show, and he was talking about that quote. A lot of guys that do technical kayaking, they're trained to do whitewater rafting and stuff. It's not them. It's people that are just out fishing. So please, guys, just take care. I don't want to talk too much about that, but I do feel like it's important. And then, yeah, Truman should be a really good time that year. Yeah, it's a little bit later at Truman, so they're probably going to be on beds by then, I would imagine. But should be pretty hot down there. All right. I don't really have anything else. I don't see any other comments rolling in. Did you have anything else, Scott?
Just one last thing. This is what it's all about, everybody. This is what you're going for this year, and I can't win them every year, and so anyways, this is what it's all about. I just wanted to show everybody this one more time. Put in the time, and if you really are devoted to the sport, you'll get one of these. Okay, that's Angler of the Year. 2 years in a row. Okay, got 2 years in a row, right there.
I don't know why that's got a Post-it note on it. This is just good luck for me. You held on to this one, my Rookie of the Year one. You held on to that to me until we were at Trinidad, and I ended up winning Trinidad. So I'm gonna get that thing from Boyd. Gonna get 2 trophies again at Boyd. It's like I got 2 at Trinidad. So it's gonna play out. I might break 60 inches this time. I don't even know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be better than 60 inches this year.
Oh man, someone says they will be. I think they're talking about being on beds tournament week before. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. All right. Well, hey, Scott, thanks for coming on. Thanks for all you're doing for the sponsors here. Any new announcements? We will announce here soon. Go ahead, guys. Hop onto our website. Go ahead and get your memberships locked in. The season is just a couple weeks away from our first tournament. I'm super excited to see everybody. If you got any questions, that's Jake Schroeder, Jake Brewer joint. He's got a tournament there. He said, yep, they'll be on beds. Got it. Thanks, Jake. But yeah, go ahead, sign up for everything. The Tourney X links are starting to get populated for at least some of the first tournaments, so you can get on. But yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody out there. If you got any questions, just hit us up on the Facebook page, or you can email us directly. So thanks, guys. Have a good one.